This is the vlog for November 30th, 2018. You couldn't tell. Um, I wore my hat during dinner. I went out for dinner, and so I just left my hat on. It is raining right now. It was actually not that bad of a day. The sun was out for a little bit in the afternoon. Um, I thought about going for a walk, but it was pretty cold. I took some leave with dinner last night, and my back pain went away in a pretty big way. Aleve really is kind of a miracle drug. I don't take it very often, so I took one pill, and basically it solved my back problem, at least for the next few days. See if comes back or gets worse as it continues to cool. I got up this morning and I did a bunch of writing. It felt good. However, because of the unforeseen complications of my trip to DC, I will not be able to finish NaNoWriMo with 50,000 words. Let's see, my final count ended up being 35,938. So about 14,000 words shy. I'm a little disappointed in that. I had a lot of fun on the vacation, and I'm trying not to stress out because there's going to be plenty of that to come as I continue to run out of money. I'm probably going to need my parents' help if I really want to, get this writing thing to work. And that's not ideal, but if I'm lucky, I'll be able to pay them back. One of my little dreams, this is going to sound funny, one of my dreams is to one day write my parents a check for $1 million. The reason for that is just they've done a lot for me in my life. They have been incredibly influential to me. They've inspired me. They've taught me so much. And I love them. And I have never felt as though I could pay them back for everything they've done for me. But I figure writing a check for $1 million would probably be a pretty impressive way to pay them back. I'd also love to write my sister a check for $1 million. My sister and my brother-in-law a check for $1 million. So, as soon as I get a little bit more than $2 million, I'll do that. But obviously, I want to be able to take care of myself. I don't want to give them every last cent I have and then need, more help in the future. So first things first, I want to get either a new job or make enough money writing that I can, support myself. And then, someday write a couple big checks. It's funny, I managed to talk for 3 minutes about anything but the thing that I came to talk about, which is the Gundam.info channel on YouTube has posted, I got something in my eye. What in the world? I can't even see it in the screen, so I don't know what it is. But try that. Ugh. Okay, better. Gundam Narrative. Now, I haven't talked too much about this, but my favorite anime of all time is probably Gundam Unicorn. Gundam Unicorn is a series of 7 short films, each one being about 50 minutes long, I want to say, released between 2008 I think it was between 2008 and 2013. So 7 films over the course of 5 years. I bought a PlayStation 3 primarily to watch each movie as it was made available online. And that resulted in my account being hacked during the huge hack of PlayStation, where a bunch of people's personal information was stolen, including mine. And So that didn't work out the way I planned. But eventually I got around to watching all 7 of these films, and they are fantastic. They have some of the highest production quality of any animation I've ever seen. I'm a big fan of mecha as a genre, so watching huge robots duke it out is great by itself, but the quality of storytelling and the message are what really draw me in and keep me coming back. I've gone back and watched most of the episodes multiple times. The whole series of films was adapted into an anime series that is available on Crunchyroll called Gundam UC 93, I want to say, which is the Universal Century year in which Unicorn takes place. Gundam Narrative is the sequel to Gundam Unicorn. And while it's not quite as grand in scope, the 23 minutes I just watched were incredible. They, raise a bunch of questions. They answer a select few questions about the amazing ending of Gundam Unicorn, and basically set themselves up for a really intriguing, more of a side story than a true sequel, if that makes sense. It's not going to involve a lot of the characters from Gundam Unicorn, although some of them make appearances, even in the short bit that we've been given. I can't remember exactly when Narrative's full release is supposed to be, but I really hope that it's not 7 more films over the course of 5 years, because that's gonna, well, it gives me something to live for. But it's not wrong to say that even though my book, the manuscript that I started in 2014, is the story of a fantasy world in the age of sail, in its own age of sail, about discovering new lands and magic and all these other elements, is still heavily influenced and inspired by Gundam Unicorn. The Unicorn Gundam itself is sometimes referred to as the Beast of Possibility, which is a reference to the Lady in the Unicorn tapestry, which is itself an inspiration for the design of the original book and the animation that came later. And the Possibility is the name of the ship that carries the characters in my manuscript across the ocean to a new world. And in fact, its figurehead, the portion at the front of the ship that's usually decorated to look like a woman, is in fact a unicorn, in reference to that. It's subtle. I don't know how many people are going to pick up on it, but I love the music of Gundam Unicorn. I love the visuals. I love the story, and the characters are so wonderfully honest, refreshing, and pure. That word gets thrown around pretty easily these days, but they really are just good characters with understandable feelings and motivations, and I love it. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of this narrative. I'm going to read up a little bit about, its release schedule, when it's supposed to come out, if there's more than one of these films, whatever. Anything I can, I'm going to learn about it. Maybe I'll talk more about it tomorrow. Till then, I'm Eric Spornitz. I've got the hiccups, and tomorrow will be better.